Students, in the very beginning, we discussed that according to the Oersted, the current carrying conductor develops a magnetic field around it. And as we studied earlier, the field which develops around the current carrying conductor deflects the magnetic compass needle, or in another experiment, if we will drop some iron fillings around it, the iron fillings adjust in the form of circle, concentric circles. So all these experiments shows that there is some magnetic field around the current carrying conductor. Now, according to Biot-Savart's law, this law basically gives the method so that you can calculate the intensity of magnetism or magnetic field intensity around the current carrying conductor. Therefore, we use Biot-Savart law for calculating the amount of magnetic field develops around the current carrying conductor at a particular point. So, this is any conductor and the current flows through the conductor is I. Now, you want to find out the magnetic field intensity at the point P, which is over here. This is the point where you want to find out the magnetic field intensity. For calculating the magnetic field intensity at the point P, let us consider a small element of this wire. This is a small element. Let AB is the small element having length dl, and current flows through the small element is I. Therefore, IDL is a vector quantity, and this is also known as current element. This is current element. It is a vector quantity and the direction of the current element is along the direction of the current. This is a displacement vector. This a displacement vector and represented by r vector, and this displacement vector makes an angle theta with the current element. Now, on what factors does the magnetic field intensity at the point P depends? In general, you can guess that if you will increase the distance r from here to here, if the point P is over here or it may be over here, if r increases, then naturally the magnetic field intensity at the point P decreases. So there is an inverse relation with the displacement vector. Second thing, dl, small element length. If this length of the small element increase, naturally the magnetic field intensity at the point P also increases. Third thing, angle, how it depends upon angle. If, for example, if this small element is over here and you are making that particular angle, then the angle decreases. Angle decreases, the value of the sine will also decrease, and at here r will also increase and the magnetic field intensity will decrease. So if the element is over here, theta is less, sin theta is also less, and the magnetic field intensity also decreases if you are taking the small element over here. So, sin theta and magnetic field intensity both are also directly proportional. If we summarize all the conditions, number one, the small element produces magnetic field dB which is directly proportional to dl, number one. Second thing, dB is also directly proportional to the current, number two. Third thing, dB is also directly proportional to sin theta, number three. If theta decreases, magnetic field at the point P also decreases. And fourth thing, dB is inversely proportional to the square of the distance from the small element to the point P. These are the four conditions. If you will combine all the four conditions, what you will get? This formula. dB is proportional to I dl sin theta upon r square. If you will remove this proportionality sign, you will get mu naught upon 4 pi I dl sin theta upon r square. This is dB. Now, mu naught upon 4 pi is constant. What is mu naught? Mu naught basically, mu naught is called permeability of the medium. Permeability of medium. What is the meaning of permeability of the medium? Permeability of the medium means it measures the degree that how much magnetic field can enter into a particular medium. Because magnetic field travels in the medium, and here it is mu naught, means the whole system is kept in the free space. If it is in particular medium, then it will be mu m, that is permeability of any particular medium. For the free space, it is also called absolute permeability or permeability of the free space. For the free space, the value of mu naught will be 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7 Tesla meter per ampere. 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7 Tesla meter per ampere. This is only for the free space. Now, if you will put the value of mu naught, then this can be written as dB 10 to the power minus 7, 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7, 4 pi will cancelled, I dl sin theta upon r square. This is particularly for the free space. Now, in terms of vector representation, how can you represent this expression? Expression number 5. How can you represent this Biot-Savart law in terms of vectors? In vector representation, in vector form, it is dB vector, because magnetic field intensity is a vector quantity. So, dB vector will be mu naught upon 4 pi I dl is a current element, complete is a current element, and cross multiplication with the unit vector. upon r square. Here it is the cross product, because if you will remove this cross product, what you will get? It is ideal, it is a unit vector, so it has magnitude 1. Only cross product means sine theta. So you will get ideal sine theta. Therefore, this is the vector representation of Biot-Savart's law. This is the unit vector. Unit vector can be written as the vector if divided by its magnitude. It is a unit vector. This formula, expression number 6, can be modified into dB vector can be written as mu naught upon 4 pi ideal, it is a vector, cross r vector upon r square is already over here, so it will be r cube. This is also a vector representation. If you are considering the magnitude of the magnetic field intensity, then this will comes out to be the mu naught upon 4 pi ideal cross r upon r cube, and it's in terms of magnitude. So all these can be represented as the vector representation of Biot-Savart law. Now, what about the direction of magnetic field? This formula gives you the intensity or the magnitude. Now, how can you calculate the direction? See, direction can be calculated. Its direction is perpendicular to the direction of the unit vector, or you can say like this vector, because the vector is, this is displacement vector and it is in the direction of that unit vector. So the direction of magnetic field is perpendicular to the direction of the plane having the current element and the displacement vector. This vector and this vector, the plane containing ideal current element and the displacement vector, the dB is perpendicular to that particular plane. So if this is the two-dimensional plane having the small current element and the displacement vector, then the magnetic field intensity will be perpendicular to both vectors, that is like this. So magnetic field will be in the form of cross. Cross means what? Magnetic lines of forces, they are entering into the board. This is the direction of magnetic field intensity due to the current.